across the meeting. Your Excellency, sir.
Thank you, Excellency, the Deputy Governor of Ebbc State, Right Honorable Speaker of Ebbc State House of Assembly, the Deputy Speaker, the Chairman, Traditional Rulers Council, the Commissioner of Police, the Director of SSS, the Chairman, Traditional Rulers Council, Your Excellency, the wife of the former Deputy Governor and Chairman of Civil Service Commission, the Party Chairman, Argon Chairman, BOT Member, House of Assembly Members, the Commissioners, Chairman of Local Government, our partners, the Federal Officers of Solid Mineral, the miners, our coordinators, Town Union Presidents, our brothers and sisters, the Council Secretary, thank you very much for coming. I want to say good afternoon to all of you. Respond back to me by telling me good afternoon. So now, even though we are here for war, but the war has not started, so the preliminaries are in place. We call this meeting, which is very vital and urgent meeting because of the carnage being witnessed in Ebbc State. Please, all movement should stop. The topic of today is on solid mineral in Ebbc State. Whether it be lead and zinc, or it be sharp sand, or it be stones, or limestone, or anything solid mineral. Who is helping me in this talk? Statistics have shown that Ebbc State has about 36 different kinds of solid mineral. 36. Unfortunately, the past administration in the state did nothing in the development of solid mineral in Ebbc State. I had statistics that in 2014, the total amount we get on solid mineral was less than 30 million. A year, not a month. And so now with all the shoutings and fighting, we are getting 96 million on solid mineral. And this morning I had meeting with all the workers of solid mineral. And I discovered their salary, this ministry is small, it's over 40 million a year. The vehicles to the chairman, the commissioner and the 3 SAs will be over 100 million by the present value now. And then plus others. So it means that that ministry is not productive at all. That's what it means. The other day we got information and we raided a place under our nose, that is opposite Abakaliki local government, and we discovered a tunnel that our people are tied rope on the west. They travel from here to Centenary City on the inside the tunnel and then bring out their lead and zinc. So is the local government chairman saying he's not aware? Is the development center saying he's not aware? Is the town union president saying he's not aware? Is the councillor of that ward saying he's not aware? Is the liaison officer saying not aware? Is the traditional ruler saying he's not aware? Is TAs and STAs in that place saying they're not aware? Definitely, everybody is aware. But it is the future of our children that we are mortgaging. We have over 100 Chinese buying and selling and mining, lead and zinc in Ebonyi State. If that thing means nothing, they will not come. But in their place, you will not try it. You can't try it. So they sneak in. The federal government is losing revenue. The state government is losing revenue. Our land is being devastated. Our children's health are being negatively impacted on. You're meddling with lead, unprotected, and you think all is well. If Father Wali were here, he will tell you the number of cases of kidney failures that we are battling with and liver failures that we are battling with in Ebonyi State. Never like that before. Lead is a heavy metal that does not dissolve by the liver. So the liver bears it and is the major cause of liver failure. Every day people are writing, begging for money to help them, kidney transplant, liver problems. And our leaders will bear me witness that what we are saying is the truth. We are not used to all those kind of diseases before now. Our children are being exposed without any protective measures. And people are smiling to the banks. This notion that Ebonyi State is a state where our brains are not properly developed and we have no brains and people can do anything in the state is all nonsense, because we went to the same school with anybody, whether white or black. We went to the same school. See the exploits of Ebonyi State internationally and nationally. And the federal government officers that are here calling that we steal this mine. Today, I want you to write petition against me because I'm sealing all sites of lead and zinc today. And if anybody enters there, anything he sees, he will take. Will we come up with a new order? If you say that they are paying, where is our royalties? Where is our 30% derivatives? So if you want to prove that pain, you have to give us the money. If you don't give us the money, then allow us. This is our own God-given something. The limestone and whatever may belong to federal government by the law of the nation, but the land belongs to us. Now we get the C of O. Now they put the road on. Now we put water. Now we in charge of the health of our children. And you people are mortgaging all this. So we are going to be introducing what we call environmental permit. You call it anything you want to call it. If we introduce it, you don't like it, you go to another state. You go to another state. And we are not going to be collecting money per lorry load. We will not. No, we're not, because you bribe our people and they move in the night. Move in the night. So let me thank the SDS, the CP, the Army for their assistance. We raided another place in Akeze. Is it Akeze? Ifo? Letu. Is it in Akeze or Ishago? Ishago. You have trailers that are loading these things. You have, you go to Onwe Road here. Every house there is a warehouse of lead and zinc. How can you put lead within a residential place? We are not seeing anything. So, I'm now domesticating the Ministry of Solid Mineral in the office of the Deputy Governor, so that we do things very, very quickly, and we agree on how we want to go about it. ESCO has taken decisions on what and what to collect in terms of sand and the chippings and so on and so forth. We are not selling the sites of sand and the chippings, no. But from today, all the sites of lead and zinc in Ebonyi State is sealed by the order of the governor. And Akukwa Now, the procedure for sealing it. For those who have operated for 10 years, they will pay us revenue for 10 years. Or they will leave Ebonyi State. So these are the following procedures to unseal. One, the Deputy Governor and the Ministry, the Commissioner, they have our revenue chart for lead and zinc. So we approach them. When you come, you will look at the fees that we are charging. That's one aspect. You will give us evidence of your payment of income tax, both for your workers and for yourself. You give us evidence. Let me tell you one shocking news. All these miners, they have 2 receipts. And one do you have them here? They have receipts from federal government. They printed it. They have received from state government. They printed it. So as you are getting, they are issuing the receipt there. They issue the receipt. Nothing is coming to us. So when you come to the ministry, the Deputy Governor's office, he gives the final clearance for you to do any business. So we agree on what you are paying us. The road to Ikwo that we fixed, the drill tunnel through it, is a matter of time it just collapse. So I've directed that all the people there should be arrested and the 2 pits left and right closed down, and they must be prosecuted. They pass through this road with chain equipment. The only side that will not be closed down will be Royal Salt. I believe the Deputy Governor would have finished negotiation with them. Okay, so you will complete the negotiation. Everyone that is doing lead and zinc, limestone, apart from Ebbc that we have already concluded with, the state government must have something. The local government must have something. The community must have something. If you are not willing, leave the land for us. Make we plant cassava and rice. I'm ready to defend. I want the federal miners, federal government people here to hear me very well. I am ready to stand before Mr. President to defend the rights of our people. And this is the way to go in this country. This is the way to go, not only in Ebonyi State. Let us not be foolish to mortgage the future of our children. We are suffering kidnapping now because in 1977 we had so much money, and I was told that we say we didn't know what to do with money. We had to do Festac. Today, God has given us the opportunity to preserve the future of our children in this country. And we are joking with it. Is it somewhere in Congo
where all the meter used in doing, the telephone is coming from there. But go to Congo and see the way Congo is. The problem of our country and anyway is leadership. If you are a leader and you are not looking at preserving the future of your people, then you are not a leader. You are an accident that is bound to happen. So, the agreement of the community must be approved by the office of the deputy governor. It must be approved. And the deputy governor office, we give temporal C of O for you to operate. Because we are entitled to give you C of O. It shall be C of O temporal that is renewable every year. I've already directed that all the town unions where the raids were carried out and the traditional rulers should be issued with queries. They must answer to me why such carnage is going on under them, and we've been holding meetings here. We have been pleading with them and nobody has reported to us. Now, the safety of the children that are working there. Everyone that will go and work in a mine, we start with lead zinc, other than chippings and sand. We'll come to that, Deputy Governor. We have environmental work permit. Environmental work permit. If you are the one employing them, you will provide the safety protective wares for them. If you are employing yourself, you are artisan miner, you will show us evidence of your, there is ZPE or something, what do they call it? Personal protective equipment. PPE, yes. Yeah, the thing where we learn for school still. So, any community where their boys know they hear and you say that you will violate the government directive, we are setting up a task force of army, police and SSS. Is to arrest, and when we arrest you, we will jail you for economic sabotage. So the summary of what we have said is that no community, town union or traditional ruler should sign any agreement or give any permit for anybody to buy land, whether it's for mining, whether it's for railing cattle or railing anything at all, or solid mineral, without the express approval sought through the Commissioner of Local Government and then approved by the office of the Deputy Governor. Did we make ourselves clear? You will seek it in writing. We will check the agreements you are entering into, because the land belongs to the governor. None of you has the land. The law says the governor has all the land. So you cannot exercise it in isolation. It's not Devu Mayo, it's governor. So we will be able to check the peanuts being given to our people. Anybody entering into any solid mineral or agricultural program in Ebonyi, and we don't see clearly government policy. This is for the community. This is for the local government. This is for state government. The person should forget about it. And I think the local government chairman should assist us in this direction, and the coordinators, even the town union presidents, even the traditional rulers. What you are getting is nothing. We want you to get what is due to you. If a man will leave China and we do 19 hours to be here, you have to know that that thing he's seeking for is very important. How can you take 30 tons of lead? You say you are paying us 50,000 or paying us 100,000 to use and do what? There is the other one that they call Amina. I am abolishing Amina in Ebonyi State. There is no lead or zinc called Amina. All our lead and zinc are pure. If you don't like to pay what it is, forget about it. Some of you that are from other states committing these atrocities, our people cannot even breathe well in your state. Our people, Ebonya, they can't even breathe well in your state. There are some states where Ebonyans constitute 90% of Okada riders, but they are not even a member of the executive of Okada riders. So Ebonyi people must rise up. It is colonization, secondary one. We must rise up to say no. Let us be treated the way other states are being treated. And how we treat others. People will pay for petroleum filling stations in other states. They come to Ebonyi, they say they are going on strike. Just pay what others are. We are paying you in your own state. No way. So, I believe that if you come today to the office of Deputy Governor, you will get your clearance to go back to work. And we are setting up task force that will be going through all this thing. And my service chiefs, you've done extremely very well. But please, if somebody gets permit to be given police, we have no power to stop it. But we must know. We must know. And if the police is preventing our people from going in to look for what belongs to us, then the police must leave the place. Because that's what has happened in some of these places. Sometimes they give money to the local people to chase those that come to give life to them, to chase them away. We are eating our future. So if you go from tomorrow to the office of the Deputy Governor, you get clearance. And that clearance will be communicated in writing to the town union president and to the traditional ruler and to the local government chairman. They will know. Another one, Deputy Governor, nobody will do mining without a license. If there are, illegal miners, let us collect them together. Government will now seek the license of that location, and then we will equip them and help them to do proper mining. And we have to immediately activate the sales point. What do they call it? The buying center. The buying center. I don't know. Is it going to be one or two? Hold on now. Our worry is that after you get this thing in Ivo, do you start coming here? 3 zones. Okay. So how do we do it now? 1 per zone. Okay, in the south, which place is central? Is it Amasri? Does Okposi have solid mineral? Okay. I'm told I've been corrected. So it's a dry pot. Did you understand what I said? It's dry pot. So it will only be one here in Abakaliki. So you can buy anything you want to buy, but you can't take it out. So I want to ask the security agencies that before something is taken out here, we have to agree on the manner it will be taken out. There will be inspection by the federal agency. There will be inspection by our own agency. There will be release note by the office of the deputy governor. There will be clearance by the security agencies. You can donate one person or 3 persons for us too. I think the civil defense should also join this thing to be the 4th because they are saddled with protective of public property. So this place will be called dry pot, solid mineral, custom also there. So we can decide to, deputy governor, even if it is a caravan, let's go and put there. Let's go and put there. Whatever it needs to activate it, let us, the buying center, let us know that before Monday, and so we put caravans so that all the officers will be there. The person doing our miscellaneous offense law, it will become an offense for anybody to take out solid mineral, that is lead, zinc, limestone, and it without going through the dry pot or buying center, and is punishable by 5 years imprisonment, no option of fine. So I think they should, we should get that one, even if it's the only law we are going to send to the House of Assembly. Let us send it. Then it becomes illegal for the town union or the traditional ruler to sell land or lease land without clearance, from our government, state government. This is very important. It also becomes also punishable for anybody to employ people to do a solid mineral job without the PPE facilities. So at least we can, even if it is just this, we can look at our mining laws, review some things within the next one week, so that we can inject these ones and remove from the miscellaneous offense laws. And whatever we have agreed, anybody who doesn't want can go to court, but you will not operate. You will wait till the court pronounces. Then you go on and we go appeal. But the land will still be with us. Now, will we try to also collect, fees for federal government? Not physically, but they will be able to pay it into a designated bank to be approved by the federal government, so that we can get our 13% derivative. This is very important. When we finish the limestone, solid mineral, limestone, lead, zinc, and some other small distance, we will move into sand. We move into chippings. We move into that. But doesn't mean that if they knock at your door that you don't have to comply. This is the only thing we have with agriculture. We have to preserve it. Let me give you the sad story. If the restructuring happens, it will be very terrible for us with the way we are going. But if we wake up today by the reason of this meeting and restructuring happens, we will be favored, because the solid mineral alone in this Ebonyi state can feed the state. It can feed the state. So this is very, very important. This is very important. This is very important. You see, if you are selling chippings 3,000 per ton, there's nothing wrong in making it 4,000 and be giving us 1,000. You put another 500 naira for the community and the local government. You know, look at the road we are building. That's where all this solid mineral they pass through. The security. So this is very important. Those who are milking us are not resident in this state. They just take it and go. This is very important. And for those who are also doing quarry, you must show us evidence of your income tax in the past 3 years. This is very important. The lead and zinc is also very important. Workers' environmental hazard permit. That's what they target. Of course, as you are getting the permit, you are registering, you are paying something. Every month you bring part of what you are making to government. You bring your income tax to government. Will we also support miners in the state? Where is the chairman of Miners Association? Very disappointed in you because you're not working to help the state. So you will move to office of the deputy governor so that we'll go home meeting to make sure this happens. Okay? So, all traditional rulers, local government council chairman, coordinator of development center, TS, and indeed Oeboya must show patriotism to make sure that our solid minerals are not PFAD as in the case now. Any place that we have problems again after this meeting, I will hold the local government chairman responsible. The town union president will go. The traditional rulers, staff of office will be cut half. Ndi Papa is very serious because with our bond of relationship, I never knew you people could do that to us. Not all of you. But all this thing we are shouting. How could you allow that to be happening? If not the kind of relationship we have, any other governor will be dethroning the traditional rulers. So please, let us continue with the good relationship we have. Let us continue. You know, your jeep, SIG, when? This evening. Maybe before you go, you visit SIG's office. But anytime you violate my destiny, I will first take the jeep. And your wife will be asking you, Eze, keep whatever jeep party. You will not know what to say. So it shows you I'm thinking very well for you. You have to think very well for all of us. I re-emphasize that all mining sites, lead, zinc, limestone, of course we don't have limestone yet. We are moving very seriously to Koto. We shall establish both cement and then limestone processing for our cement factory. We are clearing the road there now. And in the next 1 month we will have a factory that is getting limestone for our fertilizer running. You know, we have been going to Edo State to get limestone for our fertilizer. And we said, no, why can't we grind our own limestone here and use it for our fertilizer? The fertilizer will become cheaper for our farmers, and we also start selling limestone to other people. So while that is going on, we are working very hard to also start the state-owned cement factory there, you know, by the side. Lafarge has concluded their exploratory testing is the chairman of Ebonyi here. Thank you very, very much. She worked very hard to ensure the success of that. Sit down. Our prayer is that their test will come out very well so that they can now start their cement factory. This is very important. I want somebody to follow Bua. If they are not coming to start their own testing, I have directed you to write them. Then we will have to do something about it. Ebbc has advanced very highly in the production of its equipment for Niger Sem. And I'm assured that within our first tenure, that equipment, if it's not completed, will be almost completed. You know, the installation. We also have a site we are working on now at Ohuku. So Botu and Ohuku will be working very hard on a private note for cement factory. If we have 6, 7 cement factories working here, we have lead and zinc factories in Ebonyi State. We get things properly done in terms of agriculture, get our right revenues from the solid mineral. Then we can now stand stronger for restructuring. That is so? Traditional rulers, we have directed and we've held council meeting and we agreed that we are to register, not to register, but to write the names of all the herbsmen in Ebonyi State, their names, the locations where they are, and the phone number of their leaders. This is very, very important. Very, very important. And you have to do constant meeting with them. These are people that have been living with us. So these people that come from Niger, that come from so place to foment trouble, they will be able to tell you anytime they try to, so that you can alert us and the security agencies. Are we together? In Ebonyi State, we have been living peacefully with them. So, and what we have said is that we don't want cattle to be traveling from one community to the other. Because in the course of that, they destroy the farmlands. Agree with the herdsmen where they should graze. And they will not leave that place where you have agreed to graze. If water is not there, I will come and put borehole there. When grass don't finish for that place, you agree for another place they will graze. Are you getting me? This is very important. I don't have money to do ranching. The way we are ranching is the best thing for us. Do you agree with that? We don't want any cattle to go to any farmland. We've discussed it with security agencies and we've all agreed, including the representative of the herdsmen. Trouble is inevitable. It will come. But please handle it maturely so that we don't have crisis. We have village committee, we have community committee, we have local government, we have the state. That reporting something must be there so that we resolve the crisis. I believe strongly that God Almighty will solve this problem for the nation once and for all. I believe that. This is the reason why we've called this meeting. In the month of March, we have to start voters registration. I believe that we have been testing the mic, but it's in distance. People have told me that INEC are determining the ages of our people. When we start, they will not. Because, no, leave the distance on. They should hear me. They should hear me. You will see people that are over 21 years and you say they are not up to 18. It is adding salt to injury because they are the ones that impoverished us. and we couldn't grow tall. And they want to insult us that we are not. Are you the one that born the person? So when we want to do registration, we will do registration. You know, if other people in other states are registering with declaration of age, we will produce our own. But if people come and quote their age and register, we will be registered according to the way others are registering. But you see where people are doing underage registration, you turn your face the other way. Because you think Ebonyi State is a conquered territory. But it's not true. So we will all get ready, traditional rulers, everybody. We all get ready in the month of March to do registration so that we will join other states to vote when the time comes. Time comes. In Ebbc State, you have nobody to vote out. If there is, there are just very few to vote out. Otherwise, we have done very well. Yes. If there is anybody at all, maybe you don't go there much at all. So let's leave the floor open for questions, answers, and commitment from traditional rulers, town union president, the chairman of Miners Association, one of the miners, one local government chairman, traditional, yes. So let's leave the floor open for questions and remarks. If there is any, then we have commitments. Traditional rulers, local government chairmen, coordinators, town union presidents, mining association, the miners themselves. So, Deputy Governor, remember to say that royal salt is not sealed. Okay, thank you. Yes.
Excellency, I am most humbly crave the indulgence to rely on already existing protocol. Excellency, there's one aspect of this remarks very wonderful that I wish to be a notice to. Excellency, just this morning, as I was informed by the president of Aqua Town Union that miners from Imo State with 5 white men were in Aqua. This morning, I drove straight to that place. I was shocked that the community had already made an arrangement with them on what is to be done, on testing and the rest of them. In fact, when I confronted them, the man who led them said, I agree with you. If it's in Imo State, it won't happen. I happen to come from Imo State. Even the policeman who happens to come from Ebonyi was very happy with me. Say, Oga, thank you. Because I only think we are foolish. We have other 5 mining sites where they are doing something. Indeed, I had to block them. And they stopped. Just let's say I made an appeal that all the committees and traditional rulers are present. For you to negotiate or permit any person, either by testing in terms of mining, the consent must be obtained through the office of, as you have directed. Otherwise,
that's your office now.
Yes, yes.
You are going to write them.
Yes, yes.
If this one I said did not enter their ears.
Yes,
because anybody that is caught, traditional ruler or town union president and coordinators, it will not be good. It's not good. So we are calling this meeting as the final meeting. Anybody that we catch, it will not be wonderful. And if you're a minor, you are coming to office of deputy governor, come with the agreement you made with the communities, because we want to review it. You must put 5% of your proceeds at what goes to the community. 9%. You must put it, you know. Then the traditional ruler should be able to sit down with you people and agree. He posts people there. to stay and know as you take 91%, they go take 9%. Our own now 15%. And local government now 5%. If you don't like, go to another place. Now what?
Thank you, Your Excellency. And Your Excellency, may I please you to know that all the traditional laws have submitted, which we now transmit by Monday to the His Excellency Deputy Governor, all the mining sites and the agreements there too. And Your Excellency, because these agreements came into existence before this new policy, it should be reviewed in full harmony with the present policy. We shall make it available to the office of the Deputy Governor that have been compiled.
In fact, I'm tempted to add another ministry to your ministry. Thank you.
Thank you, Excellency. Finally, Excellency,
you are now Fashola.
Excellency, on the issue of herdsmen, as agreed by security report that have all been compiled. And Excellency, their meeting is now on monthly basis with all the traditional rulers on monthly basis, so that any report or these things, so that we are now proactive.
Yeah.
We have to stop it before it develops. I will be submitting a report accordingly to you, Your Excellency. Thank you so much.
And we have to put a caution. Anybody that kills the cow of the herdsmen, we have to pay double. One portion to the Fulani and the one portion to your office. Yes, we have to do that, and the community will pay for it. We hold the tradition. Now, if the herdsmen go to chop the farm of people, they have to leave that village. It's something we have to put together, because if there is no restraining program on the part of the natives, then cattle rustling will be there, and the cow is very dear to the herdsmen. The farm is also dear to the natives. So if you kill their cow, if they offend you or chop your destiny, all you do is to report, and then the committee will go and investigate. Okay, first offender will be warning and payment of compensation. Second offender is to leave the place. That's the best thing to do. So, because if we just continue to settle quarrel, it will get to a time that we can no longer, settle the quarrel. So, if we try to inject this kind of restraining, factors, then the traditional ruler will constantly call his people and say, nobody should kill the cattle of the Fulani herdsmen. If they chop your farm, come and report to me. That's what I would like the traditional rulers to use Ogene, and town union to go around and say, don't kill their cow, don't kill them. If they destroy your thing, report to my palace or report to town union president. Then you people will go. Don't judge without going to see the extent of damage. First offender, you give warning in writing, and then they pay compensation. But if you kill their cow, then you pay double. One is to them, then the other portion is to the local government, commissioner's office, so that you are restrained from doing that. And if you don't pay, we will use your salary, which is good, to pay for that. Okay? You never finish.
Just 1 minute, sir. Finally, Excellency, just to bring to notice that the Union of Presidents of all the town unions, they constituted a very small committee of 18 persons. They are going from mining side to the other. Show us your permit and your agreement with the community and government. In fact, they are starting on Monday. So nothing else. Just show us your license permit.
No, let us conclude with the Deputy Governor's office.
Sorry, Excellency.
Yes, because we are reviewing the whole thing.
Okay, Excellency.
So that you'll be asking them for you to open the mining site now.
Yes, sir.
When we finish lead and zinc, we come to the chippings and blasting sites.
Thank you, Excellency. Thank you, Excellency. Thank you, sir.
Your Excellency, the Executive Governor of Ebbc State, the wonder-working governor, the peace-loving governor.
Yes.
Your Excellency, the Executive Governor of Ebbc State, the peace-loving governor, the governor that loves the grassroots.
No protocols here again.
I want to thank you for this wonderful meeting, because this meeting is something that has been disturbing, especially the Town Union President Generals. In too many autonomous communities, this kind of problems has come up. And when they come, they start intimidating the Town Union President. Typical example, one happened at Okao. And I thank God for somebody like SSC on security, the Commissioner for Mineral Resources, how they handle that case. So I'm happy now that you have set a very good office for this program. That any mining agreement that is not been signed by the traditional ruler or the Town Union President General will not be accepted by the Deputy Governor. I'm very, very happy for that, because they have been doing it in so many autonomous communities and they are intimidating us, the Town Union President Generals. Some political office holders will use it to say, I will shock you as the Town Union President. That is one of the reasons on that 28th day of December last year, we said there will be no more Town Union President General's election, and they accepted it, so that there will be peace in this state till after 2019 election. So this year, too many Town Union President Generals have been intimidated to be sacked from his office, forgetting that you have said there will be no more Town Union President General election. And some have tried to even put in election because of these minings and mineral resources. Because some of the places, the Town Union President will say they are not accepting it, or they are not informed. Then the next thing, they start intimidating them. So I thank you so much. But any Town Union President, that one of Tonel, that has been found guilty, we support you, our Executive Governor, to even not only sacking the person, beat the person, and go to the person's family and tell the wife, your husband Narogo is no more with us. No be so. Thank you, Your Excellency.
Nobody has the powers to dissolve Town Union President without the local government chairman and the commissioner for local government. Nobody has the powers to do that. So any place you want to do that, you seek the attention of these two people plus the traditional ruler. Okay, and where there is no town union, these three people can come together and they put up a caretaker committee. Okay.
Your Excellency, I want to thank you for this meeting. Ebonyi people have been living in darkness about mining and all this. Even my own community, I don't know that such things is owned by government, even though nobody has entered my community. I want to thank you. That is the essence of leadership. Leadership is not...
I think you are rude. I hope the drainage is going on.
Yes, Your Excellency, it is. It's wonderful. And the light you say they should give me has not been started.
Chairman, why is the light not on? He say your own no be problem, you be the father.
I have no light, Your Excellency.
She say your own no be problem, that you are the father.
Because she's living at Tabakalik enjoying life.
Yeah, okay. Your commissioner, now that the drainage is defined, they should start erecting the poles. Okay.
So, Your Excellency, you know, greed is a very terrible thing for humanity. Pontius Pilate had no intention of killing Jesus, but he wanted money. And when he got the money, he saw that they started beating Jesus and he did not disappear. He became worried and took the money back. That is the essence of some of us. Okay. What you give to us, we don't appreciate. Because I don't want to hear a traditional ruler under this regime going to take anything from these miners. Even though some of us if we hear it, I will come and tell you, please sir, those who have committed, pardon them, but it should not happen again. Issue of mining, we are solidly with you. Today you have opened our eyes. We didn't know before, but now that we have known, nobody will cheat us again. And through the traditional institution, we always tell you, we say this in Jesus' name.
I think the deputy governor will consider this 5% to the community. Whether 1% out of it will not go to the traditional ruler and town union president. So that to be a kind of incentive, you know, for them. 9%, 2 hours. Okay, they say you already have an agreement. Okay, last person. Okay.
His Excellency, let me start on the already established protocol. And I will speak first as the chairman of Ebbc, meaning Ebonyi State Unified Artisanal Miners Association. And secondly, I will speak from the vantage point of the secretary to the technical committee inaugurated by His Excellency the Deputy Governor about 2 months ago. He mandated us to come up with a comprehensive technical document on the policies, on everything you have enunciated this morning and much more. And we have done that through the ministry and the Ebbc office of the Honorable Commissioner of Solid Mineral. Just yesterday, His Excellency asked me if that document was ready, and I said yes. And we did thorough job that both of you will look at it and see that we covered all the areas mentioned here today and much more, from A to Z. So that is what I have to report today. Then secondly, we have added another vista we thought will help in the promotion of that technical policy document, and we called it Ebonyi State Vision 2025. And a copy of it may have come to you through the Honorable Commissioner of Solid Mineral. And finally, we have also done something on what you rightly called comprehensive law, but I prefer to call that title miscellaneous law and ordinances. And we will enjoin the House of Assembly, when they get it through your office, Your Excellency, to expedite action to make it a law. Because all we have said today, if we don't have the legal backing, you find out that it will not be easy to implement. Some people will go to law and say that federal law supersedes state law. But even in US, national laws are all there and the state laws are there, and they go hand in hand, pari passu. So I think we need state law as you have mandated, Your Excellency. But we have already done a good job, and the Honorable Commissioner can give you the details. Thank you. Those are the 3 areas I wanted to share with you.
Give the law to the Deputy Governor. Then Hag is the Honorable Attorney General here. Yeah, I want this review within the next 7 days. I want to sign it to the House of Assembly. Okay? So you have to get it, extract whatever is in the miscellaneous offense law we are preparing, so that we package it together. Deputy Governor is around. I'm going to Benue State, but he will look at it, and then I will come down and also join to look at it. I will send it to the House of Assembly. But in the meantime, if you want to practice law, then you will not step into the mining site. If you agree with us, because government, they get policy. Now our policy be this. If you want us to go to court, we go to court, but you will not be on the land. Because by the time the case is finished, you would have finished everything in the land. So
You have to pay us first and then go to court. This is the only way it can work. Is Akobara Youth Assembly here? Yes, this is our own internal police. Federal government has agreed that there should be state police. CP, we are not taking over your job, but just that we have temporary one, unapproved neighborhood watch, so that anybody who doesn't agree with us, we will go and they take over the site until the person agrees with us. We are saying, give us more from all that you are taking, you know, so that we continue to pray to God to multiply the thing, weigh the thing there, you know. That's what we are saying, you know, and we will not stop saying so. Is the federal mining officer here? No come. Made a call for phone that we are sealing up, you know. That's why we are on air, live, for everybody to know we have sealed up all the sites, you know. We are not hiding it. I will call the minister to tell him that too. Is there any other comment, or do we? Yeah, Ms. Obaga. Okay, Obaga first. After that, chairman, and then the traditional rulers.
Your Excellency, members of the High Table, good afternoon. My information is based on a dry pot. There is a dry pot in Ebony behind NNPC. It has been abandoned. It has so many.
That's the buying center. That's the buying center way.
It's dry pot. That is what is built and is called
dry pot.
Yes, for mining. Is there at the back of the.
That is the buying center. That's what we are talking. That it should be reactivated immediately.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. That there is one here already. This has been abandoned. And if you are saying reactivate it, thank you.
Yes, we have given marching order that the dry pot should be activated. And we have also directed all the security agencies not to allow any solid mineral out of Ebonyi State again from all the checkpoints without getting clearance from the Deputy Governor's office and from the Commissioner for Solid Mineral, and then the security CP will give clearance also, so that they will know that federal government has gotten their money, state government get, local government and the community. So nobody is permitted to start taking a trailer load and then go through Ishago or go through this place. That's where the trouble, you know, has been. So you direct all the checkpoints to turn them back. In fact, to arrest them, because we are addressing the miners that nobody can take. So come and have a container in the dry pot place. We can immediately send the security people there. So have a dry container there. As you are coming with your destiny, you will be putting your material inside the container. When it reaches the time to take it out, you now bring a trailer or whatever thing you want to bring, then you use it to carry it. That's the way it is done. It's not when you come with open trailer, you move. You come with a tipper, you move. Yes, work, you go.
Thank you, Your Excellency. Protocol is in place. Sir, I want to bring to your information that almost every home in America, in the South, are filled up with lead and zinc. And when you go again to Ndufu, Alike, Ikwo, almost every home, every compound are mining, and they are making the storages in their homes. Is worrisome. What can we do about that? Thank you, Your Excellency.
Thank you very much. That is what we are saying, that it is illegal to keep lead or zinc in a home. CP, are you getting what we are saying? Yes. It's like we are fighting against Lassa fever.
this is also another disease. So how we believe that the security agencies with your offices should constitute teams, search teams, and the coordinators and chairmen should do the same. Town union presidents and this should give us information so that we can raid these places and take them over. We raid them and take over the materials. But I would like the deputy governor to immediately arrange for caravans to the center and then get the security people posted there, so that as you come and they put your own, even if some miners can put their own, in bags and write their names and lock it up, since there will be security men that are there. So, and if it's not working, I should be told, security people should send me text to say, this is, because you can't say people should not take out this thing without putting in place the procedure to take it. So this is very important. By tomorrow, let some caravans be purchased and moved to the place. Yes. Yes, and then have security people. Okay.
Your Excellency, sir, I want to use this medium to really appreciate you, sir. For we know how this sector has been before your coming to power. Like you rightly pointed out, for a whole year in 2014, the revenue was less than 30 million. Sir, there is something that I want to say, that from the way this meeting has been going since morning, is as if we in the mining sector, we are not in support of the government or the people of our state. Sir, I want to humbly say that we are your loyal servants, sir. We have been supporting this government from beginning till now, and we keep supporting it. Professor Abala made a comment that sometime in 2017, just about 2 months back, His Excellency, the Deputy Governor, considered a committee to draft a policy document for the state as regards this mining sector, which I believe is a very fundamental document. I happen to be a member of the committee. Some of the SCAs here were all there, and we did a very thorough job, sir. One thing that was paramount in our minds, sir, is that this mineral, lead zinc in particular, God gave it to this state for us to benefit from it. And for that reason, as patriotic Ebonians, all of us are Ebonians, the committee, we look at the policy already on ground, some of the loopholes or lacunas, and we try to block them. One of the reasons we've discovered that the revenues are leaking because of the poor nature of collection of these revenues. And then we devise methods. They are all in the document, sir, because we love this state. So I really have a reason to really support your government more than any other thing. Yesterday, sir, on Wednesday, my mother-in-law, a Yoruba woman, visited us for the first time, sir. And I remembered in 2003, before my wedding, when my wife was taking me to some of our family members, one of her aunties said something. I said, this one you are going to marry an Igbo man. I hope you know the Abakaliki man. Before God and man, that was what she said. Her reason was that Abakaliki is a very remote place. I mean, the impression they had about us. But I want to tell you, sir, that yesterday on Wednesday, when I was bringing her from Onisha, because she dropped at Noja, I had to go and pick her up. When she got there, she was, wow, is this Abakaliki that I used to hear about? Because of the great work of Your Excellency. She was overwhelmed, sir. Because she was like, we got in here around 7 in the evening. When she got to prayer school, she was like, well, even Lagos no day like this. That was what this woman told me, sir. So I have every reason, sir, to support your government, to support this government, this state, to benefit.
Money.
Yes, sir, I'm sorry, sir. I'm sorry, Your Excellency. That's what I'm saying. That even before now, we had met at the committee level. I will say that, even the 300,000 that we are charging per truck is not enough. That this one is being paid by the buyers. And then we agree, sir, that we the miners should be contributing. That from every pit all across the state, we recommended that every day, because we know all the pits that before you harvest, we know. Everybody, if you bring a ton, you must give 5% to the state. We have done that, sir. It's in document.
Slip of tongue, 15.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir. Now, okay, and then, sir, we look at the, now, there's something I want to point out, sir. When you talk about this mining business, the lead zinc business in particular, it's not like quarry. It's not like a sand dredging. It's a very difficult business, capital intensive, and the gestation period is longer. somebody can be mining for seasons. For example, since 2016, I started working by the place I'm working at anywhere there. We have not gotten anything. We have invested over 100 million, sir, before Godama. About all the sites in Enigba, it's just about 2 or 3 people that are producing as of today. Others are still working every day, laboring to get to where this material is. Truly, it is expensive when you get it out. But before you get to where it is, you have to sweat. That is why it is precious. You invest money, and now banks don't give money to anybody. So anybody, that is why most of the miners, or majority of them, are not Eboinyas, because how many of us can mobilize the kind of resources?
We give you money.
Thank you, sir. No, Your Excellency, you are already doing it, sir.
Go to the SA on agriculture. The SA did beautiful work. How the procedure we want to give money to farmers. Okay, I have no problem borrowing money to give to miners in this direction.
Thank you.
I have no problem. So if you do documentation like that, we will stop one road and give you money to.
God bless you, Excellency. We are grateful. The second, Your Excellency, on the issue of the health hazard of these minerals, sir, unfortunately, okay, let me say, fortunately, I read environmental physics. I work with Nigeria Northeast Zonal Head Office at Gombe State. We are the pioneer staff there, sir. Even when the problem of Zamfara lead poisoning broke out, I was there. I was the team that one of them that went there. Sir, what happened there wasn't lead that killed those children. It was the mercury they used in processing the crushed lead, sir, because the reason is that the deposit in Northeast, or Zamfara in particular, the lead comes with gold. Gold is inside the lead. Now, when these gold miners, they are not selling the lead, they are selling the gold. By the time they bring out this mineral, the aggregate as it is now, they crush it with local machine, crush to powder. Now, when they crush, now they now wash it and introduce mercury to coagulate the gold. Now, after that, they pour away the water. That is what actually killed those children, sir. It is documented everywhere.
Let me correct you. If a lead rock is here,
yes, sir,
and you are hitting it,
yes, sir,
the fragment is sparkling,
yes, sir,
it's turning to dust, you are inhaling it.
Yes, sir, that's where the covering comes from. You have said that, sir. You are right. But what I'm saying is that when somebody said you keep this thing in the house,
don't worry about
children, by the way.
Don't worry about that.
Finally, Your Excellency.
The PPEE is compulsory.
Okay, sir. Then
to give you money is compulsory.
Yes, sir.
Okay, to pay your tax and revenue.
It's compulsory, definitely, Your Excellency. Finally, Your Excellency.
Yes.
What I want to say concerning the issue of tunnel and shaft method. So we've been talking about bringing in these foreigners who are doing this business to teach us the global best practices. Because of environmental degradation of an open cast, the world is embracing tunnel method.
Hold on now. The Commissioner for Solid Mineral is the problem. I wrote a letter to the minister. He is the one to follow it up. Every day he will post the modern equipment in mining to my phone. What do I do with it? You are the one that should, if you say to me, let us buy this equipment, no matter how much it is. A journey of 1,000 miles starts with one.
That's right, sir.
So if we say we don't want this, unhealthy practices that endanger the lives of our people, can we provide alternative to them? The world is a global village. If you Google, anything, you will get this thing. If it's China, within 3-4 months, you will get even one. And we start with that.
Thank you, sir.
So finally, it is the ministry that is not up and doing, but that was since 8 hours back. They are reborn. They are born again now.
Thank you, Your Excellency. Finally, Your Excellency, we want to assure you, sir, that the issue of revenue generation.
How many finally have you?
Just the last one, sir. The last one, Your Excellency. That the issue of revenue generation, sir. That is one of the reasons why before now there was miners association in this state, but it wasn't functional. But at the time of that committee, we discovered, sir.
Chairman, you are trying to abort our procedure. We have our rates and revenue you must pay if you want to be a miner.
Yes, sir.
You support you come and be an agricultural person. So we have gotten the support.
We support you.
Go and see the deputy governor.
Thank you, Excellency.
Chairman.
God bless you, sir.
Your Excellency, the Executive Governor of Ebbc State, is the chair of the universe. Other protocols duly observed. Your Excellency, we the traditional rulers of Ebbc State that ruled autonomous communities in this state owe it as an obligation to abide by the rules of what you have said here. There is no way we are going to deviate from it, because you have allowed the people of this state to understand their state of affairs in the affair of their state. We owe it as a duty also to make sure that we abide by this rule. No traditional ruler in this state is going to default. We thank you also for making it possible to get our jeep soonest. Mr. SSG, within the week we are coming for it, or else we impound your own. No be so? Your Excellency, if you true by Inquisitor, enter the building we are going, it is Chilibe, Ibokibe. They may get my ego sugar and behind them. No be so? Your Excellency, it will be well with you. Thank you.
Don't worry, the jeep is on the way.
Your Excellency, sir, when Wakigo revealed the deposit in Yuko and the South, and when the gentleman was talking, he talked about health hazard. I thought he was going to hit the nail at the head. I almost stopped. But when he deviated, we corrected him by the implication of what we are facing. The problem, Your Excellency, is that what we are hailing, and this mining is going on, will come up in 20, 30 years.
Yes.
The increase in cancer and so on are with us. And I want to ask Your Excellency, advocacy should be involved in what you are saying. Let us now talk about health education. If you tell them the implication of keeping those things in their houses, they will listen to you more than when they are stopping them because of the money they are going to make. So I'm asking that the health education should be involved to go ahead with advocacy. Thank you, Excellency.
Thank you. And even beyond inhaling this, some of this dust of lead that washed down the streams, and we get it, we fetch water from there. So they are all very dangerous. But I believe that the offices involved will see what we can do about it. Well, vote of thanks is to thank you people very, very much. The town union, thank you very much for your renewed commitment. The traditional rulers, thank you. The miners, thank you. Remember that we are eating our future and getting diseases that will manifest in years to come if we don't change this habit. And to our stakeholders, chairmen, coordinators, TAs, STAs, liaison officers and councillors, remember the future belongs to you. You may get 100,000 naira and you think it was anything, but it does not worth anything. What worth something is when we can preserve tomorrow for each and every one of us and our children. This is what is very important. The greatest problem in our state is the problem of patriotism. It's the problem of patriotism. We can mortgage government to get peanuts, which will hurt us tomorrow. So let us please get this solid mineral right. Let us get it right. It will help us. Again, let me thank the security agencies. I believe they are processing the people arrested as we agreed in our security meeting. And I believe they are going to lock down the entire state, to ensure that nobody takes away lead and zinc out of the state. The traditional rulers should see the chief of staff before they go, and the town union president should see the chief of staff before they go for your transport money. And may the grace of our Lord Jesus Christ and the sweet fellowship of the Holy Spirit
Be with us now and forevermore. Amen. National anthem, please. very much.
David Jose Omahi, the miners in Ebonyi State, stakeholders and all the people that matter in the solid mineral sector that held at International Conference Center Abakaliki. This is where we come to the end of the meeting. On behalf of the Director General Boyne Broadcasting Corporation Ebbc, Engineer Timothy Nwachi, that of Chukwunanyana Mutobo, who is the Director of Engineering Services and the leader of the outside broadcast crew. Onye Ikozuru Oji is the program coordinator. Sunday Ndukwe and Ndubisi Ogudo are the engineers here on duty. Johnson Oji, Okpani Ebiam, Uchenna Michael and Solomon Gofo, as well as Eukaria Omahi are the camera men we have. Adana Okorie is the airbox operator. Ude Ibiam is the driver that will be taking us home from here. Chima Kalo Oji, Ihamacho Oji, Michael Ozano and Ifoma Eze are the studio-based engineers. My colleague has been Friday Onyema, and I am Chukwudi Mweke. We are glad that you've been part of the transmission today as we return you to our base station 96 in Kaliki Road, Abakaliki. Always ensure that you do something good, for good things never left good places. God bless you. Over now to our home-based engineers as we continue our transmission from 98.1 FM Abakaliki and Salt Television Abakaliki. See you there.
Èmi náà fẹ́ wá rẹ́ǹjì.